గ్రూప్స్ అడ్డా ప్రభుత్వ ఉద్యోగాలకు ప్రిపేర్ అయ్యే అభ్యర్థులకు శుభవార్త. గత 5 సంవత్సరాలుగా వేల మంది అభ్యర్థులకు ఆన్లైన్ క్లాసుల ద్వారా ఉత్తమ కోచింగ్ ను అందించి వారి విజయానికి సహకరించిన గ్రూప్స్ అడ్డా సంస్థ వారు ఇప్పుడు సరికొత్తగా మొబైల్ యాప్ ను ప్రారంభించారు. ఈ మొబైల్ యాప్ ద్వారా వీడియో క్లాసులను డౌన్లోడ్ చేసుకుని ఆఫ్లైన్ లో ఇంటర్నెట్ అవసరం లేకుండా ఎన్నిసార్లైనా చూడవచ్చు. తెలుగు రాష్ట్రాలలోనే ఇటువంటి ఆఫ్లైన్ ప్రత్యేకతను కలిగిన మొబైల్ యాప్ ను గ్రూప్స్ అడ్డా వారు మాత్రమే అందిస్తున్నారు. గ్రూప్ 1, గ్రూప్ 2, గ్రూప్ 3, గ్రూప్ 4, ఎస్ఐ, కానిస్టేబుల్, గ్రామ సచివాలయం, డిఎస్సి, టెట్, ఏఈ, ఏఈఈ, డిఎల్, జేఎల్, పాలిటెక్నిక్ లెక్చరర్, ఎఫ్ఆర్ఓ, ఎఫ్బిఓ లాంటి మరెన్నో ఉద్యోగాలకు వెబ్సైట్ అండ్ మొబైల్ యాప్ ద్వారా ఆన్లైన్ కోచింగ్ అందిస్తున్నారు. అతి త్వరలో ఈ బుక్స్ మరియు ఆన్లైన్ ఎగ్జామ్స్ ప్రారంభం.
Hi students, welcome to Groups Adda online classes. This is your Vijay sir. Related to Assistant Engineer Examination under General Studies category, we shall discuss one of the important concept, especially from biology, in this particular video. So the topic is cell organelles and their alternate names. If you refer previous question papers, especially the examinations that are conducted by Andhra Pradesh Public Service Commission, definitely from this particular topic you can see number of questions. So today try to learn all these important points which are related to these cell organelles. So if you can observe either a plant cell or animal cell, okay, ఒక పర్టికులర్గా ఒక ప్లాంట్ సెల్లో చూసుకున్నా ఒక యానిమల్లో చూసినా సరే డెఫినెట్గా టు పర్ఫామ్ వేరియస్ యాక్టివిటీస్, ఓకే, ఒక పర్టికులర్గా నిర్దిష్టంగా డిస్టింక్ట్గా ఉండేటటువంటి ఫంక్షన్స్ను పర్ఫామ్ చేయడానికి స్పెషల్గా మెంబ్రెయిన్తో సరౌండ్ అయ్యి ఒక మెంబ్రెయిన్ బౌండెడ్ స్ట్రక్చర్స్గా ఇంపార్టెంట్ స్ట్రక్చర్స్ అనేవి సెల్స్లో కనబడతాయి. అండ్ దీస్ స్ట్రక్చర్స్ విచ్ ఆర్ ప్రజెంట్ ఇన్ ద సైటోప్లాజం, ఓకే, cytoplasm means what? Cyto means cell, plasm means fluid. So the fluid which is there in the living cell is nothing but cytoplasm. So the membrane bound structures present in the cytoplasm that perform various functions in the cell are nothing but what? Cell organelles. So what are they called? Cell organelles. Okay. So these cell organelles are involved in carrying out various types of functions. In order to know those functions, we should know what are the cell organelles that are present in the living cells. We should know first. Generally, all the cell organelles present in a living cell can be divided into three important groups. The first group is called cell organelles present only in the plant cell. Okay, so this is the first group of cell organelles. And the second group, cell organelles present only in the animal cell. Okay, and the third group is common cell organelles. Now if you take the first group, cell organelles present only in the plant cell. Generally the type of questions which are asked in the examination is this only. Which of the following group cell organelles are found in the plant cell? Which of the following cell organelles can be seen in the animal cell? Which of the following cell organelles are absent in the animal cell, present in the plant cell? In such a way, the questions are asked. That's why I have divided the all cell organelles into three important groups. Okay. Now, if you take here, cell organelles present only in the plant cell. The first one is called plastid. And the second one is nothing but vacuole. Okay. So, these are the two cell organelles which we could see in plant cell. And if you come to the animal cell, in the animal cell, only one particular specific cell organelle is present, which is called centrioles. Centrioles. And if you come to the common cell organelles, the common cell organelles includes nucleus, endoplasmic reticulum, third one, Golgi complex, so this is also called Golgi apparatus, and the fourth one is called mitochondria, okay. This is the fourth cell organelle. And the fifth one is called, the fifth cell organelle is nothing but lysosomes. Sixth one is ribosomes. And the seventh one, cytoskeleton. Okay. So these are the common cell organelles we could see in both plant cell as well as in animal cells. Okay. And we know the fundamental difference between the plant cell and animal cell is presence of cell wall. Presence of cell wall. Cell wall is present in the plant cell. Cell wall is absent in the animal cell. Right. Now, here, in addition to the plastids and vacuole, sometimes, okay, two more cell organelles, glyoxysomes, peroxisomes. Glyoxysomes, peroxisomes are also present in the plant cell. Clear? These are the three groups you should by heart, my dear students. Okay. Now the question may be asked like this. Which of the following pair of cell organelles are seen in animal cell? So definitely one of the option will be like this, centrioles, either of these seven. Okay. Centrioles nucleus, centrioles endoplasmic reticulum, centriole Golgi complex, centrioles mitochondria, centrioles lysosomes, centrioles ribosomes, centrioles cytoskeleton. That will be the answer for animal cell. If it is the plant cell, in the question, definitely plastids, vacuole, and these seven will be there. Okay. So in such a way, the questions are going to be asked from these cell organelles. Next, another important area from the cell organelles is nothing but their alternate names, their popular names, their nicknames. Okay. In fact, now let us take those alternate names of various cell organelles. Okay. Now, if you take the first one called plastids. Plastids are called, okay, plastids are called color giving cell organelles. Color giving cell organelles. Color giving cell organelles. That means wherever plastids are present, they give a specific color to the plant part. అది రూట్ లో ఉంటే రూట్, స్టెమ్ లో ఉన్న, లీవ్స్ లో ఉన్న, ఫ్లవర్స్ లో ఉన్న, ఫ్రూట్స్ లో ఉన్న, ఓకే, రూట్స్లోనేమో కలర్లెస్గా ఉంటుంది కాబట్టి ల్యూకోప్లాస్టిడ్స్ ఉంటాయి. గ్రీన్ కలర్లో ఉన్నటువంటి ఏ పార్ట్లోనైనా సరే క్లోరోప్లాస్ట్లు ఉంటాయి. ఫ్లవర్స్లో ఫ్రూట్స్లో క్రోమోప్లాస్ట్లు ఉంటాయి. ఓకే, ఇన్ సచ్ ఏ వే దీస్ ప్లాస్టిడ్స్ విల్ గివ్ ఆర్ విల్ ఇంపార్ట్ వేరియస్ కలర్స్ టు ద ప్లాంట్ పార్ట్. దట్స్ వై these are called color giving cell organelles. Now among these plastids chloroplast is one. Chloroplast is one. Now this chloroplast, if you take, this chloroplast is called kitchen house of the cell. Kitchen house of the cell, because this is the cell organelle which is involved in the preparation of food material by a process called photosynthesis. ఓకే, సో ఫోటోసింథసిస్ ద్వారా పర్టికులర్గా ఏం చేస్తుంది, ఇది ఫుడ్ను ప్రిపేర్ చేస్తుంది. కాబట్టి క్లోరోప్లాస్ట్ని ఏమంటున్నాం, కిచెన్ హౌస్ ఆఫ్ ద సెల్ అని పిలుస్తారు. ఓకే, అండ్ రిమెంబర్ దిస్ క్లోరోప్లాస్ట్ హ్యాస్ గాట్ ఇట్స్ ఓన్ డిఎన్ఏ. జనరల్లీ దిస్ డిఎన్ఏ, డిఆక్సీ రైబోస్ న్యూక్లిక్ యాసిడ్, ఈజ్ ప్రజెంట్ ఇన్ ద న్యూక్లియస్. ఓకే, బట్ ఇక్కడ ఈ క్లోరోప్లాస్ట్కి దాని ఓన్ డిఎన్ఏ ఉంటుంది. దట్స్ వై క్లోరోప్లాస్ట్ ఈజ్ ఆల్సో కాల్డ్ సెమీ అటానమస్. సెమీ అటానమస్ సెల్ ఆర్గనెల్. ఓకే, సెమీ అటానమస్ సెల్ ఆర్గనెల్. But in fact, in addition to the chloroplast, another cell organelle called mitochondria also has its own DNA. That's why chloroplast and mitochondria together called as what? Semi-autonomous cell organelles. Semi-autonomous cell organelles. Okay, so that is about the first cell organelle alternate name. And the second one, if you take vacuole. So this vacuole is called storehouse of the cell. Storehouse of the cell. Okay, it stores various components that are generated in the plant cell, right? So those may be excess components, those may be waste components. వాటన్నిటిని కూడా స్టోర్ చేస్తుంది కాబట్టి this is called storehouse of the cell. Now vacuole is also called repository of the cell. Repository of the cell. Okay, repository of the cell, storehouse of the cell. Those are the alternate names of those two cell organelles which we can see in the plant cell. Then if we come to the centriole, the third one. So centrioles are the cell organelles which are present in the animal cell, and these are called division, in fact cell division cell organelles. Cell division cell organelles. Okay, why? Because these cell organelles are involved in cell division. Okay, so a cell which is undergoing cell division is called mother cell. The cells which are produced because of the cell division are called daughter cells. So in the formation of the daughter cells, the centrioles play a vital role. That's why these are cell division cell organelles. Cell division cell organelles, right? That's about the important cell organelle that we can see only in the animal cell. Okay, now let us take the common cell organelles. Among the common cell organelles, one is a nucleus. So this nucleus is called boss of the cell. Boss of the cell. Even though this topic is very simple but very important. Why? Because number of bits are there. If you can refer the previous question papers, especially in the general studies. Okay, so boss of the cell. Then the nucleus is also called brain of the cell. It is also called brain of the cell. Then nucleus is also called controlling unit or controlling center of the cell. Controlling center of the cell. Okay. Then this nucleus is also called cytoblast of the cell. Cytoblast of the cell. Okay. Because it controls or regulates the entire functions of the cell, and it is the thinking part of the cell, and it is the regulating unit of the cell. That's why boss of the cell, brain of the cell, controlling center of the cell, cytoblast, because it is involved in division of cells. That's why it is called a cytoblast of the cell. Then the nucleus is also called hereditary unit of the cell. Hereditary unit of the cell, because this is involved in transformation of characters. Okay, that is these are the important alternate names of the nucleus. We know that nucleus was discovered by Robert Brown in the year 1831. Clear? Now, if we come to the next one, endoplasmic reticulum. So if you take this endoplasmic reticulum, the alternate name of this endoplasmic reticulum is intratransporting okay, intratransporting cell organelle. Intratransporting cell organelle. So intratransporting cell organelle, that is the alternate name, because it is involved in transportation of substances within the cell. That's why intratransporting cell organelle, right? Then the cell organelle that can act as camera of the nucleus. Camera of the nucleus, because if you can observe either a plant cell or animal cell, it is very clear the presence of this endoplasmic reticulum. So ikkada nucleus daggara nunchi, okay, almost plasma membrane animal cell lo chuskunnappudu, in the same way మొత్తము కూడా ఎక్స్టెండ్ అయ్యేటటువంటి సిచ్యువేషన్ మనం చూడొచ్చు. దట్స్ వై this endoplasmic reticulum often called as the camera of the cell, camera of the nucleus. ఎందుకంటే న్యూక్లియస్ బయట ఏం జరుగుతున్నా, లోపల ఏం జరుగుతున్నా, ఇదంతా కూడా ఎవరి ద్వారా ఆ మెసేజెస్ని క్యారీ చేసుకోగలదంటే బికాస్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ endoplasmic reticulum. ఓకే, those are the alternate names of ER. Then if you come to the GC, Golgi complex, the alternate names of this Golgi complex is protein secreting cell organelles. Protein secreting cell organelles. Okay, protein secreting cell organelles. These Golgi complex are also called Baker's body of the cell. Baker's body of the cell. Baker's body of the cell. These are also called dictyosomes of the cell. Dictyosomes of the cell. Okay. Next, the Golgi complex is also called packing cell organelle. Packing cell organelle, which is more powerful than Amazon and Flipkart. Anta pagadbandiga pack cheyagalidi. Okay, so packing cell organelle. Okay, that is those are the alternate names of GC. Then if we come to the lysosomes. Lysosomes are called suicidal bags of the cell. Suicidal bags of the cell. ఆత్మాహుతి సంచులు అంటాం వీటిని. ఆటమ్ బాంబ్స్ ఆఫ్ ద సెల్. ఆటమ్ బాంబ్స్ ఆఫ్ ద సెల్. ఆటమ్ బాంబ్ వేస్తే ఎలాగైతే మొత్తం కూడా కొలాప్స్ అయ్యి డిస్ట్రక్ట్ అవుతుందో అలాగా ఈ సెల్ ఆర్గనెల్ కనుక పేలిపోయిందంటే మాత్రం ఎంటైర్ సెల్ గెట్స్ గోయింగ్ టు బి డిజాల్వ్డ్. సో ఆటమ్ బాంబ్స్ ఆఫ్ ద సెల్. సూయిసైడల్ బ్యాగ్స్, very very important, previous bit also. Okay, then this also previous bit, remember, very very important all those. Next if you take the mitochondria, okay, mitochondria. So this mitochondria is called powerhouse of the cell. Powerhouse of the cell, because this mitochondria cell organelle is involved in liberation or production of energy. Okay, so since it is involved in the production of energy and it produces energy in the form of ATP, adenosine triphosphate. Remember, ATP is called energy currency of the cell. Energy currency of the cell, right? So that is a powerhouse of the cell. Okay, so the fifth one is a powerhouse of the cell. Then if we come to the sixth one, the sixth cell organelles are nothing but ribosomes. Ribosomes. These ribosomes are called universal cell organelles. Universal cell organelles. Why are they called universal cell organelles? Because generally, depending on the presence of a distinct nucleus, all the living organisms are divided into two types: eukaryotes, prokaryotes. Okay, if you take eukaryotes, here U means true, karyon means nucleus, pro means false, karyon means nucleus. So if not distinct nucleus is present, prokaryotes. If distinct nucleus is present, eukaryotes. But in both eukaryotes and prokaryotes, the common cell organelle which you can find is ribosomes. That's why ribosomes are called universal cell organelles. And these are also called ancient cell organelles. Ancient cell organelles. And these are also called protein factories of the cell. Protein factories of the cell. Okay, protein factories of the cell. Very very important. Protein factories of the cell. Then if we come to the next one, cytoskeleton. Cytoskeleton. Okay, if you take the cytoskeleton, mechanical cell organelle. Okay, mechanical cell organelle. That means this cell organelle is involved in giving additional support. That's why it is called mechanical cell organelle. Mechanical cell organelle. Okay, so these are the various alternate names for these cell organelles. And we know in a plant cell particularly, two more cell organelles I gave you, peroxisomes and glyoxysomes. Okay, so these peroxisomes plus glyoxysomes. Okay, so these two cell organelles together called microbodies of the plant cell. Microbodies of the plant cell. Microbodies of the plant cell. Okay, because here if you take these glyoxysomes, they convert carbohydrates into fats, and peroxisomes are involved in cellular respiration, right? Now these two are called microbodies of the plant cell. Okay, so these are the important alternate names of various cell organelles what you could see in the plant cell as well as in the animal cell, which we are further subdivided into three important groups. Okay, so among these where different cell organelles, number of times questions were repeated: powerhouse of the cell, suicidal bags of the cell, brain of the cell, protein factories of the cell like this. So that's why, my dear students, if you can learn these important alternate names, definitely you can get important bits at the time of examination, and you can easily crack a question which is going to be appeared in the examination. So I wish you all the best. Thank you for watching.